This program, which is about managing your money. My name is Dr. Edi Uchukoya, and this is one of the things that I love to do, which is talking about how to do things better and how we can manage these wonderful resources called money. Let's start by what is wealth, because in some instances, what people really are interested in is about wealth rather than what money can buy. We know that, of course, you can have a lot of money and still not be successful or be rich as well. So, absolutely important that we think about true wealth and what that means. What I mean by true wealth is the possessions and things that we have rather than the actual cash. So, what do you mean by wealth? And is how can we accumulate it? Because it is one of those critical things in life that we have. It's about the valuable economic resources. I mean, we know that for so, but how can we get it? This is the best way to accumulate wealth is whatever it is we've got, we manage it better. That for me is the principles because a lot of times we chase on things but we end up wasting what we have when in fact better management of what we have, it's what is needed. So again, let's see the history. I love this story. This is the story of the richest man in Babylon. And this story started, if you haven't read the book, this was a book that was probably written over 100 years ago and it's been read by people several times. And all this book was trying to tell us is about the story of how somebody became the richest man in Babylon. Now, Babylon was one of the great Haitian cities and countries that were fantastic. And it was like Rome. And in there, people are rich, but there are also very poor people, as it is today. Now, the essence of what happened was the king of Babylon was so worried about the level of poverty that he wanted the richest man to tell stories to the others. How did you become rich? Because if you can become rich, then maybe you can teach other people. That was how the story started. And the guy said, well, give me some of your best brains and I will teach them. And basically, it's really about reducing your costs and saving money, investing that money. And this is where this aspect of pay yourself first came from, because by paying yourself first, what they mean is actually, even when you have any money, any amount of money, your salaries or whatever it is, put some aside that you can use for the future. That's what they mean by paying. And he said, start by taking 10%, 20% of whatever it is that come into your pocket to actually put away, but reduce your cost in the process and make sure that your investments are reasonable as well. So, what is the best way for us to save? Because unless we save from what we have, we're continuously trying to catch up. Because if people are living by paycheck by paycheck, as they say, the problem with that is you haven't got anything that you can put aside. And the younger you start putting this aside, the better. So again, start by saving what you have. So you can reduce some of the expenses. Those are some of the real things. And these are some really good information that is available. Do we really need that clothes? Do we need that maintenance? Can we reduce our water bill or TV out? And though everything else in life, without a plan, is so difficult to know whether you are doing well. You still have a plan. So several ways of doing this. And I am looking forward to having a session whereby we can have a discussion as to how to make the very best of things, especially these days when we have this ongoing inflation and cost of living is rising. This is about the best time for us to try to manage what we have. I'm not saying people shouldn't have fun. Of course we must. They're not necessary. So let's talk about a budget. By having a budget, I was thinking about a financial plan whereby you know what happens to all your money. So where your expenses going, where your savings, have you got any debt to be repaid? Some of those things are necessary. So the main components of what we have is income and expenses and savings and investments. And these days it's so much easier to invest as little as even £5 or £10 or $5 a month or a week, depending on your ability. But aside, because it helps. not only for the future, but it helps for you to then go forward and search for some of the things that you're looking for. The priorities, this is part of it. What are the things that are required? You have to make some tough decisions because sometimes we do things just out of lifestyle, but are they really necessary as well? So those are kind of things that I want us to look at. Clarify your priorities. What are essential things you need to buy? There are some things though that it will provide you with joy and happiness when you're on. There are other those ones wait, but not the essential ones though, but the ones that you don't really have to buy. Maybe you've got about five or six or seven or pairs of shoes. Do you really need the other one? You really need to buy that expensive trainers. You really need those are some of the things, but there are some things that you need, like you might need a jacket or a coat for the winter. Those might be essentials, but having a second or third or fourth of the same thing might not be. I love this because this is from Finland. Find your own Sisu. What I mean by that is this, your act of determination, because people things are going to be tough. When they are tough, be ready to persevere. And when you do that, when you are absolutely focused on getting your result, of course you're going to have challenges and you're going to fall several times. You're going to have rejections. Keep hanging in there and keep improving every day. Find something that is really, really exciting to you. That means if you are doing those things, you are having so much fun, you are in the flow, you are one of those people that can become a genius because you're doing what it is you really want to do. Have great pride in whatever you do. That's what you do. Start that journey today. It's absolutely critical. Tomorrow, well, time flows and you never know what happens tomorrow. So start today because you're just never sure of things. Have fun. Don't worry about finding your purpose or passion straight away. Keep having fun, but keep looking out. The more you think and look out for these things, the better the chances of you finding it. But if you're not even sure or you're not even looking, then the chances of finding something fantastic is very remote. And your day start very early. Everybody's got this incredible thing that the whole world is good as well. 24 hours every single day, and it will be replenished tomorrow. The one that's gone, you cannot recover. So start early. AM 5 it doesn't matter. Stretch. Have your plan in place. Exercise. Keep fit because you need the brains to be absolutely on fire. Then be confident of the future. So go for it because life is fantastic. Thank you so much, and I wish you the very best of luck. If you are interested, subscribe. But if not, yeah, we wish you well. These are some of my references, and I hope you have a fantastic day.